Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting edition of Omnibros here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. It's your boy Gio here, back on a Thursday night, talking about manga and a bunch of other cool stuff. I'm still petitioning for that Inhumans Omnibus. Let's make it happen, 2023. Come on, Marvel. And I am joined by one of my best friends online. I love this guy so much. The Omnibus Collector himself, Willie Dustis. How you doing, Willie?
What's up? I come to you from my new studio area.
Yay!
Setting this stuff up. I posted a quick pic on Twitter, but I still have actually two more of these DTOL shelves or whatever to put together. One of them is going to go on that side. I'm getting all confused. This side, but I need to get some lights and stuff. But this is going to be where I'm filming in the future. You can see all the stuff around me. It's going to be really cool. I'm having a good time. The only part is in person. It's cool, but like when you look on the camera, you don't get to see Slifer because he's too big. He doesn't fit inside. So I had to put him on the top, and it's going to be the same for the other two gods. But that's okay. So yeah,
at least they're watching over you. It's all right.
Get some lights, build the second one, get everything set up, and it's going to be a good time.
Hell yeah.
My little studio here. I think I promised last week that I think I said, like, hopefully next week, like, I'm going to be sitting with this stuff in a new, I'm going to move it to another area. So
it happened.
And so I'm here. I'm getting it done, and we're going to talk about some manga and have a good time.
Did you know that today's National Popcorn Day?
No, but did you know that today is a very, very special birthday for one Miss Dolly Parton? She's 77 years old, 77, and she still looks like she's not 77.
Super classy.
Yeah, I love Dolly. She's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Big happy birthday to the queen of country herself, Dolly Parton. Couldn't do it without her. I don't know where I'd be.
Yo, how is everybody? Doing all right. It's been a really stressful day, and I was upset because I couldn't do any of my YouTube things today because I was so busy. But now I'm a little bit happier that I'm here with all of you, and of course, my friend Riley, and we're talking about manga and just having a good time. So thank you, Warren. I appreciate it. Ship it, Chris. It's been a rough week. I'm so sorry to hear that, but manga makes it all better. That's what counts. And I hope if we can entertain you for a couple minutes and lead you into a better weekend, that's all right by us.
Absolutely. I feel it. I cut myself while shaving for the first time today. This red mark. That's the first time I cut myself while shaving since I was a teenager.
Oh, I thought forever. I'm like, damn.
No, I cut myself. The last time I cut myself while shaving, I was a teenager, and I accidentally cut my lip. And I remember coming out like with a tissue on my lip, and like my mom's friend was like, "Well, you're not supposed to shave your lip," and I was like, "Ah ha ha ha." I'm losing blood because there's a lot of blood in your lips, and so I was pretty upset with that. But like this time, I was just trying to do the touch up, like on my cheek. And I got one of those. They make like little touch-up razors, and so I was like doing that. And the touch-up razor is literally just a little razor inside of a little clip, and I sliced, and it like stung. It doesn't like hurt. It stung, but I saw it bleeding, and I could see like a flap, and I was like, oh shit! So I put a Band-Aid on it to try and get it to heal.
Now you're a cool guy with a scar on your face.
I know. Now I have a big old scar. I should just cut my whole.
You know, I don't know about you guys, but back in the day, as a kid, I would see like anime characters and cartoon characters and movie characters as well. And some would have a scar across their eye. And I thought, man, that's super sick. Wouldn't it be awesome if I could get a scar like that? And then thinking about it, I'm like, no, of course not. I would not want a giant scar in my eye because, one, it's not a guarantee that you would keep your eye. You could lose it. But I don't know, something about the 90s. I thought it'd look really cool to have a scarred eyelid and face. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I one time I did get I do have technically a scar on my my eyeball as well because I paper cut on my eye.
Really?
And so now I have a floater. Like it made a little scar, and there's a
Oh,
little floater that I can see whenever I look.
interesting.
It wasn't fun. I had to like cover my face. I did, however, after I did it, I thought I looked like Kakashi because I covered my face this way with ace bandage. This is when I was like, this was back in probably 03, and like Naruto had just started getting published in the US. And so
Yeah.
like I was like just reading it and I thought it was the coolest shit ever. And so I was like, oh man, I look like Kakashi because I had my thing across my eye and my hair was poofing out like that.
That's awesome.
So that was cool at least, but I did like have to stay in like complete darkness for at least a day.
Oh wow.
And then the next day I was like walking around with one eye closed, like Guts or Zoro, and eventually it healed up and it was fine.
Speaking of being fine, you know what's a fine website that people can check out?
I bet you're going to say InStockTrades.com, where people can get all their comics, manga, and omnibuses and trade paperbacks for great discounts.
That's right. In Stock Trades, your official sponsor of Omnibroslive here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Fantastic deals. You get that sweet loyalty discount if you order on a week-by-week basis, an extra 2% that goes to your order. All the hot releases from Omnis, hardcovers, manga, all that fun stuff. You can get it at In Stock Trades. As you can see over here, the deals of the week. I wasn't on yesterday, so I couldn't highlight the deals of the week. And I just want to say, for all the naysayers, I mostly got it right because I said that Marvel Masterworks, that's going to be part of the deals of the week. So I got that right. I'm excited for that. But you can see some manga here, of course. The final volume of Beastars for $9. Gotta grab it, right? Bakano, light novel. Bunch of cool stuff, guys. You got to check out our sponsor. That's InStockTrades.com, your official home for collected editions and the official sponsor of Omnibroslive here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Shout out to IST.
Indeed.
Cleveland Brown likes them hot releases better than cold or lukewarm. Hell
Yeah. I'm pretty cold on some releases, but the hot ones I dig.
Let's see. Before we talk about the main topic, which is a bunch of news items that I pulled from the net and I wanted to discuss in the show, did you haul anything that you might want to show the peeps?
I got the House of M omnibus that came in a couple days ago, but like I think my next Right Stuff order should be arriving maybe tomorrow or something. So as far as manga goes, I haven't had anything new since last week that I can think of, but I don't know, this stuff is pretty exciting.
That's pretty epic. Yeah.
That's my new thing that like I have going for me right now. That and a couple of other little things that I've gotten that have nothing to do with anything else. Got my skateboards hung up. I got a new sound bar for my television, so now I have better sounding TV with the bedroom TV and not just in the media room TV. So that's good. And then I don't know. It's Chewy's birthday also today.
Hey, I love Chewy. He's such a good boy.
Chewy's, I think, 11 years old.
Nice. Happy birthday.
He's a little old man. He spent the day sleeping and barking at any noise that he hears.
Sounds like a grumpy old little dude.
Yeah. How about yourself? Any haulage?
Well, I posted a haul video on my channel, but I do have one book here that I wanted to mention. It's not going to be on the channel, so I wanted to show it off here. The missing haul arrived. They sent it without missing one book, and I totally forgot to keep track of that because they never sent me a notification or a shipping tracking number, none of that stuff. So I just left it to fate, and whenever it arrived, and I got a package from Right Stuff. I'm like, what? What? I didn't order anything recently aside from a big order that is expected to arrive soon. So the missing volume was my Dress Up Darling, Volume 2. So it looks like most of the Dress Up Darling books are back in stock, and they were able to send this out. And I can't show some of the things inside here because it's a little risky. Can I show this? Who cares? It's fictional characters.
Geo is with the hot stuff now.
Yeah, yeah. So I really like the artwork a lot in this series. It's a fun little rom-com. I wasn't at first. I thought, man, it's about cosplaying. I'm not into that world. Like, it's cool. I appreciate the effort, and it's awesome that people do it. But I have zero interest in partaking in that. So I thought I wasn't going to like it. I tried out the anime first, and I ended up really loving the series. It's a fun rom-com. And I picked up the manga, because why the hell not, right? And what's funny about this, every opening page has the main girl in a very revealing outfit. That I can't show, just in case. And I thought it was funny because I saw Square Enix post an ad for the latest release, which comes out on the last day of the month. And they had to fold the paper to cover it. They sort of did it like this. Let's see if I can do it without damaging the book. They sort of did something like this to hide the fact that the character's there, showing some cleavage or whatever. So I thought that was pretty funny that they themselves censored their own product on Twitter. But yeah, I got my Dress Up Darling, so now I can do a proper read-through. Because I was going to put out a video reviewing this on my channel, and even though I already know what happens in this volume, I thought, I'll just skip it. But then as I read Volume 1, I'm like, I really want to reread the story and check out Volume 2, so I put this video on a hiatus. Now I can do that again. So, yay me. So that's all I hold.
I have something that I don't think that is one of the topics that you have for tonight, and I just remembered it.
Yeah.
Somewhat of announcement from Discotech is
a
new Lupin license. A new Lupin.
That was a surprise.
Yeah, I think that they forgot that they hadn't announced it formally. And when they posted about it, I guess there were people like, wait, what? So they have Lupin the Third, the Swallowtail Tattoo is available for pre-order right now on Right Stuff. This is, I believe, the 16th TV special, which it's titled Stolen Lupin. Stolen Lupin is the Japanese title. So Swallowtail Tattoo is their like the English localized title.
Yeah. Let me pull off their Twitter here.
So with this, I'm trying to think. I think there are 27 total TV specials, and with this one, we're only lacking 6. So let's see.
Oh, that's awkward. Hold on. There we go. I think,
yes. So this will be the 21st. This is number 16. It'll be the 21st that we've got. Good evening. The 21st that we're getting in English from Discotech out of the total 27. So we'll need just 6 more after this. But 5 of the TV specials have only ever been released on DVD. So we do still have a few that could be re-released on Blu-ray.
One day I plan on doing going for the full set, but I'm not personally. I don't want to offend everybody. I love Lupin. I'm not a huge fan of the specials. I just like the TV seasons, so I'm gonna concentrate on that first eventually, and then get the specials. Unless they go out of print, then it's gonna be a pain in the butt.
They're gonna FOMO you.
Yeah, oh boy.
FOMO you into then specials. Speaking of the seasons though, season 6, I think,
comes out soonish.
It's already available on Right Stuff. It has an official date for later this month, if I'm not mistaken, but it is available. So if you want to get season 6, you can pick that up via Right Stuff, not a sponsor.
Unless they want to sponsor us, Right Stuff. Come on now. This is what I'm excited for: the Gunbuster OVA Blu-ray release for, I think it's March or April, something like that. But I can't wait to own this, a classic series, and yeah, super excited. Definitely getting that as soon as possible. And did they announce anything else that I'm missing here? Gunbusters. Oh, yeah, this thing, Treasure Island, whatever. Cool. Mononoke finally has a release date coming out in April for $25, which is a steal for what you're getting. I think it's 12 or 11 episodes. I cannot wait. That and Gunbuster, these two are my anticipated titles so far when it comes to Blu-ray releases.
I did also get, while we're on this discotheque kick, sorry, 1 second.
Yeah. Wait, I got some music while we wait. Hold on. So it's not. Go ahead.
I got my Gal Guy Gar.
Oh man, I am so jealous. I need to get that. I haven't yet.
Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Gal Guy.
I love it.
Call back to a few months
Sonic.
ago.
Anime is hard to get into. Not really, Warren. I mean, do you mean Lupin anime or just regular anime? Because I got a bunch of recommendations for you.
Anime in general, I just watched something on the television when I was a child, and I thought it was Nito. That was it. With Lupin, you can literally jump into anything because, like, all of Lupin is so disconnected. Like, there's nothing, like, you could pick up any single one of the specials, any one of the movies, any one of the seasons, and go right on into it.
Everything's standalone when it comes to that franchise.
Standalone. It's really just, it's like comparable, I would say, to it's like he's an existing property of a character, right? Like it's something, a character that people are just familiar with. It's like jumping into like Pokemon. Like, you know what Pokemon is. You can jump in whenever you want and just enjoy it. Like, Lupin's kind of the same. 007, that would be a good comparison also. Like, you have to watch 25 007 movies just to understand what's going on, but like, you can jump in whenever. So that's why, like, they release these things out of sequence, is because the sequence doesn't really matter. Unless you want to like see the evolution of the character and like the way that it's drawn, I guess.
I guess the only one that, and it's not anything too drastic, but the Fujiko Mine series is sort of an alternate take on the franchise. A lot more mature, with nudity and sexual content, and heavy on the noir aspects. That is sort of a niche corner of itself, and it's followed up by TV specials that you don't need to watch the show to enjoy, but they're in that same style. That's the only exception to the rule here for the franchise. That would be Jigen's Gravestone, Goemon's Blood Spray, and Fujiko's Lie. Those 3 OVAs, they're in that style of the Fujiko Mine series. I mean, like, a lot of stuff people say are classics, like Bebop, Trigun, FMA. I just never could get into, even now. Understandable. I got you.
No one's like beating you over the head to try and get into, like, people will say it's classic. You know what people say is classic is what they grew up with. So like, whatever, like, I say things like, Cowboy Bebop and Trigun and Neon Genesis Evangelion are classic anime, but those are the ones that like I was watching and Gio was watching like around the same, time when we were both around like probably middle school. You might have been in high school. Like, that's where we were, and that's like what we're going to go back to. But like, if you talk to like Omar's answer for what classic anime is always going to be different from ours, because he was watching stuff a good 5 to 10 years before us. Yeah,
he got into the Japanimation era of anime.
So like, there's no, like, I think people get really hung up on the idea of like what's supposed to be the like essentials, I think is the better term for it. Like they get hung up on the idea of like what's the essential stuff when like it doesn't matter. Like it's like you go into watching film or something, like you don't have to experience the entire canon of Hollywood to
Yeah.
enjoy current movies that are coming out. Like and there's going to be stuff that like you don't enjoy, but it leads towards a conversation that I've had with like other people about stuff like that, about film and about things that people consider classic. Is just you don't have to enjoy something to also just appreciate it like for what it is. And there's a lot of like this. Now I'm going off into another direction with. But I was talking to my friend Cass about someone had said that like Eraserhead was the worst movie that they've ever seen, like David Lynch's movie. And I was like, one, I said, damn, if that's the worst movie they've ever seen, like they've been pretty lucky. Like they haven't seen many.
Yeah.
Two, I said, I get that because it's not the most accessible movie. It's not the most easy to understand what's going on. It's really weird. But at the same time, like you can watch something and not get or like not care for it, but at the same time be like, I don't like that, but I get why it's good. And that's like there's a divergence of people who can like speak about media critically, and then people who just talk down about stuff that they don't like. And that, unfortunately, like there's more people now that don't know how to speak critically on things without just crapping on it entirely. So yeah, if you're like, I'm supposed to enjoy Cowboy Bebop because that's anime and that's what everyone says is the best. Like, my favorite anime is Fooly Cooly. Like, do you know how many times people have been like, are you serious? Like, nobody beyond our generation, like, it's very rare that someone watches Fooly Cooly and they're like, ah, yes, peak. Absolutely. Like, like the younger generation like watches that and they're like, dude, what were you on? Like, what do you? And I'm like, it means something to me. Like, I have nostalgia for it. Like, it is my favorite. But if I hadn't watched it when I was 12 and impressionable and like at a point where like I was at like a crossroads in my life and like anything that I was experiencing was going to stick with me, it probably wouldn't be my favorite. I probably wouldn't care for it. I don't know. Space Jam is one of my favorite movies. That doesn't mean that it's like the greatest quality film.
Yeah. My favorite anime is Eureka 7. And it took me a bit, but when I watched it, I think it was 2005, 2004. So I was almost out of high school. And it just really resonated with me. I think it's one of the best mecha shows and romance and adventure series and all that stuff. And it's not on everybody's list. People like it, but it's sort of an underrated series. It's underrated, and yet a lot of people watched it because it aired on Adult Swim or Toonami, something like that. But it took me a bit, and I really resonated to Eureka 7, and I consider it a classic. But I realize not everybody's going to think like that. But it is what it is. Can we talk about Attack on Titan final season?
6 final seasons in a movie. I want to see the community treatment.
So what happened, if you guys are don't know, if you're not in the anime manga thingamajig, Attack on Titan is still ongoing. We still have a couple more chapters left to adapt into animation, or the manga ended. Sorry, I should have said that at the beginning. The manga ended a while ago, and the last batch of episodes, I assumed we were just going to get like 12 more, which is a season, and that's it. But apparently, Studio Mappa had some production issues, and they had to split production in half. And we're going to get some now in March. I don't know how many episodes. And then later in the year, probably around the fall season, we'll see the finale, the final finale of the final season of Attack on Titan. This could have been solved if you would have just kept naming them season 4, season 5, season 6, and not this ridiculous, the final season part 1, final season part 2, and now we're getting the final season part 3, part 1, and then the final season part 3, part 2 at the end. It's stupid.
It like, And I back when, so the final season part 2, when that was airing, it was already stupid. Like it was stupid in like a funny way, right? Because like, oh, the final season again, like it's been 2 seasons of the final season, and it became increasingly obvious as they got towards the end of that season that like it wasn't actually going to end.
Yeah.
And so, excuse me, it's what, 8 chapters I think of material left to adapt, and I worked it out.
Yes.
And like the amount of time that each chapter takes to adapt, it should have been something that they could have put into just a movie instead of doing like a full season worth of episodes. And that was my argument that I made. And I full disclosure, I've never even watched a single episode of Attack on Titan. Never. I've read a chunk of the manga. I don't hate it. I don't have anything against it, but I only ever watched a small, or I only ever read a small chunk. So I've never watched a single episode. But I was having a conversation in a group chat, and one of the guys in there is a huge Attack on Titan fan. Like it is his absolute top favorite of all time. He's one of those guys that like, he's like, Attack on Titan is the greatest thing ever. And that's fine. I don't care. But I said something about like, they should just make it a movie. And he was like, no, man, they can't. No, they got to do a full another season because they got to do it right. And they got to do this, that, and this. And like, anytime I see people talking about Attack on Titan, and anytime I see anyone say something, not even negative, but like slightly just like critical, I guess, towards it.
Yeah.
He's there. He is like, nah, man. Like, and so when people started talking about the third part of the final season being split into 2 parts, he was out there saying like, hey, everyone's talking shit and memeing this, but like, when it comes out, it's going to be the best thing ever. Like everyone's going to love it, whatever. And I'm like,
they're all going to watch. So
yeah, he was like, y'all are just going to be watching it anyway. And it's like, yeah, dude, but like, come on, man. That doesn't mean that they.
It's funny. And I have read the manga. I know how the story ends, and I like the manga. I never collected it, but I do own the series on Blu-ray. So I am looking forward to seeing how they adapt the final 8 to 9 chapters or whatever.
I think that they should leave the final Attack on Titan final season part 3 part 2 should leave off on a cliffhanger so that they can release Attack on Titan the final season, the movie,
or pull a page from Evangelion and do the end of Attack on Titan as a movie event, and it's only an hour long because it's adapting the final chapter of the manga.
It's like God, they did that with I think those Lupin Fujiko Mine, those were theatrical releases, and they're only an hour long each.
Yeah.
So it'd be like that.
Yeah. as a bonus Blu-ray on the manga or something, or you buy the Blu-ray and you get an extra disc with that episode.
I saw some people saying like, oh, maybe they're going to do an alternate ending for it in the anime.
No, they're not. I don't understand the hate for that ending. I thought it was fine. Like, whatever. Okay, cool. Makes sense in that world, whatever. But people got really upset and like, we want to rewrite the ending. I'm like, dude, come on. I've read so many books that don't end the way that I want them to, and I don't go making a fuss and wanting to rewrite the story. Like, come on.
Yeah. Move on to the next one. But the other thing that I said whenever they were like, they formally introduced the fact that they were doing a 3rd part for the final season. That we know it's split into 2 parts. But when they first said, yes, there's going to be another season, one of the things I said was like, this is what he got upset about. I said something about like, they don't need to milk it. Like they have so much other material. Like there's no reason for them to milk this into a bigger thing than it is. Because I was like, they can do an adaptation of. I don't think they've done No Regrets. Like I think they've done an OVA for one of the spinoffs, but like I don't think they did they might have done No Regrets. I don't think they did, but I know that they didn't do Before the Fall. So they could do like, and that's a long series. Like that's like close to 20 volumes of manga. I think they could do a whole series, a whole anime series doing that. Like if they're focused on milking, they don't even have to milk the main series. They just make an anime of all the other stuff.
Yeah, I could see them down the line making that to milk the franchise. We'll see. I wanted to share an image of it, but just in case, because it's spoiler heavy. If you guys aren't up to date with the manga or the anime, it spoils something, so I don't want to show it off. So be careful out there if you are avoiding that. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, wait. This isn't in the docket for tonight, but I know you're a big fan of, or I think you're a fan of, everybody's a fan of. Did you know that the new manga or the new anime, Kaina of the Great Snow Sea, is by Tsutomu Nihei?
Wait, what?
What is it? Kaina of the Great Snow Sea. It's a new anime that's airing right now. It's a creation of Nihei.
Does it look like a Nihei?
It does, but it's CG. It's not Trigon CG. It's a little bit less, but it's still fun. And the thing is, he's writing that anime, and he's also writing the manga adaptation. So he's making both versions. I think the manga is going to look better because the anime, I literally watched episode 2 today, and it's not the best looking thing in the world, but it's a fun series. I don't know if you know about it. It's about, I would say, a post-apocalyptic series where the world is dying and it's covered in like this ocean of snow, and there are giant trees that go all up to the sky. And what's left of society, they're now living in the roots of the trees, and some villages or villagers or whatever are living in the canopy above where the branches are. And it's about a kid that's living at the top, and there's a girl at the bottom, and she's going up there to find a sage, and it turns out into something completely different. And now it's an adventure as she's climbing back down with the other kid, and a bunch of stuff is happening. But it's cool. It's the best looking Polygon Pictures anime, which isn't saying a lot, but it's an improvement over Knights of Sidonia. Oh, definitely, absolutely. I think it would have looked better if it was 2D, this type of show. But I like that it's Nihei, so there should be some quality there. And he's doing the manga adaptation, so I know at least the manga is going to look really solid.
Opossums was like a snow apocalypse type thing, so like,
yeah,
he's got two. I wonder if they're connected, because like his stuff is like kind of connected. It's not, but it's like it's a type of thing where there's like the connections are there and you can see them like between the series. And then he's like, no, they're not connected. But I'm like, I know you're saying that with a wink. You're like, no, it's not connected.
Let me show you a poster here. So this is airing on Crunchyroll if you guys are interested. This looks a lot better than the animation because it's a little stiff. It looks a little bit dated at times, but the story is interesting enough.
It does look like a Nihei. I wonder if it's on Hulu, if it's on Crunchyroll, because a lot of Crunchy stuff goes on to Hulu, and I don't have Crunchy. I just have Hulu.
I don't know. You could check, but I don't think so. And the manga, let me show you the cover, because I'm pretty sure eventually it's going to come out over here.
Yeah, everything is out.
So I thought that was pretty fun. We usually don't get that. Mangaka making anime and manga at the same time. Copy image. Where is it? Give me a second here. There we go. Yeah, so that's the cover for the manga adaptation of the series. There you go. Right there. Big old.
There's a second name up there, so I guess he's not doing the artwork on it. Because it also doesn't really look like his Takemoto Itoi.
Takemoto Itoe is doing the art, and the original stories by Nihei. Itoe has also done. I don't know this. Kemono no Soja, which I don't think it has in English. The Beast Player. The Beast Player? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that one I don't think has an English adaptation.
Yeah. So that's what's happening over there. Thought I'd mention that. And anything else anime wise? No. Nope. Yeah. So that's happening. Also, the first topic tonight. I know you're pretty excited about this. In how many days are left? Yeah, almost a month. We're gonna get the JoJoLands, and they revealed the image and they revealed a quick tease about the story. So I wanted you to talk about it for everybody.
Yeah. So this was, I think, from this month's Ultra Jump. So that's the main character. We don't know what his actual name is. I know I posted it on TikTok and everyone made the same damn joke. I think his name's gonna be JoJo. No,
that's a lame joke. I get it.
That's a nickname, y'all. But
2023. Come on, bring some originality.
The description of the story is that it's about a boy on an island, on a tropical island, who becomes a millionaire. So
that could go into so many.
I don't know what's going on, but like a couple things that people pointed out. Number one, he's got the star, which is a recurring element with the JoJos. The star on his hair, which someone pointed out looks similar to the star that Jolene has on her belly button, her like navel piercing. And another thing is that boat on the left page. People pointed out there's someone in the boat that does not look like it's him. And this is a Stretch Armstrong stretch type of thing. But someone like zoomed into the pixelated picture there, and they were like, this looks like it might be Jolene, like, because it had like it maybe these little buns on the head, and like the way that the clothes. I've got. So yeah, like they were saying that it looked like her little thingies.
Okay.
Were there. She doesn't have her belly button piercing on this. I just realized that. Oh well. But yeah, so they're saying that the person who's on the boat looked like it might be Jolene. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying you are stretching if you want to say that it looks like someone, because it is so pixelated.
Yeah, I don't.
You can't see it at all. Like, there's no way.
Bro, you can't see anything in this. What the hell? Hold on.
Enhance.
It could literally be anybody. It could be me for all I know, because it's in an island, right?
I get it because it's like, white, or you can see the arms, and you can see different parts on there that are white, and then it has like the black, so it kind of looks like her clothes. But if it is a version of Jolene, it's not going to look like her. So, because it's going to be like an updated version. So I don't know if that's like, maybe that's him, and he's just like from another angle, he doesn't look the same. Or maybe it's the antagonist going to the island, or maybe it's a Joe bro, because we don't know who the bro is going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
the other characters there, it's too early to tell. We're going to have to wait.
Stuff is like other series, like that doesn't have to do with the JoJoLands. So we don't know anything else. That's all we really know. This is our second look at the main character. The first look we got was from the Year of the Rabbit artwork that Araki put out, like at the New Year, and it was it just said JoJoLands. There was a rabbit, and then if you looked at the rabbit, like in the rabbit's body, there was a picture of his profile, same hair and everything. So that was the first look that we got at it, and he was like pointing up at the word JoJo.
There you go. Let me find that real quick for everybody, just in case. This
Yep.
one, right?
Yep. The JoJo.
Or Rabbit. Somebody either tattooed that on him or
Cut his hair.
cut his the fur like that. Yeah.
The JoJo makes me think of the SNL where it was El Nino and he's like, El Nino is Spanish for the Nino. And JoJo is Spanish for the JoJo.
So yeah, this we don't have to wait long. February 17th, the first chapter.
Well, no longer do we have to wait long, but it has been almost a year since JoJoLands ended. Let's see, ended.
Oh yeah, August 2021. There you go.
21. So it was over a year that it ended, and that is the longest by far. I think the second longest break between parts was maybe 6 months or something, maybe a little bit longer. So we've never had a break that long for the manga before, and it led some people to be concerned that like nothing, like it just wasn't going to happen, which is dumb because he literally like he had already teased the title and everything. It's like just let the man rest. He's old. He's not getting any younger here.
Oh man. So yeah, that's interesting. Hopefully everybody can enjoy it when it comes out. It's fun. Next month. Let me stop sharing the screen here for a minute. Let me get the other tab. The other thing we wanted to mention tonight is that they did the, what's it called? I always get the name wrong. The Shogakukan Manga Awards. And I wanted to point that out because it has one of my favorite manga right now. And it won. I'm super excited. Please ignore all the ads from Anime News Network. I hate that. We're not trying to say you should buy honey lemon soda because it's plastered all over this on this freaking site, but you should probably check it out because it's a fun series.
I'm not trying to say you shouldn't buy honey lemon soda, but
yeah. So the 68th Shogakukan Manga Awards. The judging committee announced this year's winners. Also, shout out to Anime News Network just in case we don't want them to get angry. Because I'm going to read off the article anyways. Announced this year's winners on Wednesday. Each winning title will be honored a bronze statuette and a price of 1 million yen, which is about $9,000 US. That's a pretty low price, but okay. Prize money. Best children's manga. Ui Kon or Ui X Kon by Minori Kurosaki. Cool, good for them. Satoshi Kisaichi's Black Channel manga was also nominated for this category. Okay, whatever. Here we go. Best shonen manga. One of my favorite right now, Kotoyama's Call of the Night, serialized in Weekly Shonen Sunday. And I guess we got a tie. I don't know what happened here. Blue Orchestra by Makoto Akui.
Sakamoto Days was also nominated.
Yes, it did. Best shoujo manga. Ashita Watashi wa this I sound so weebish. Ashita Watashi wa Dareka no Kanojo by Hinao Wono. I have no idea what that name means. I'm going to Google it right now on the air. Hold on. Is there an English translation for this?
I don't think it has an English release, but King's Beast and A Sign of Affection both have English release down below on the other nominees.
Give me 1 second. Tomorrow I will be someone's girlfriend. That's the translation in English.
All right, fair enough.
But by Hinao Wono.
You gotta put your goals and stuff out in the world. So good for her for stating it.
So yeah, King's Beast, The Sign of Affection, and Seishun Heavy Rotation were also nominated. Cool. Best General Manga, Medalist by, oh boy, Suru Maikada, however you pronounce that. Uoto's Chi on the Movements of Earth, Jinichi Nojo, and Kazutoshi Hando's Showa Tenno Monogatari, and Shusoshimi's Blood on the Tracks were also nominated for this category. And I believe that's it. Yeah, they've been awarding that prize since 1956. Holy crap! Last year's winner were Komi Can't Communicate, My Love Mix-Up, Nigatsu no Shosha, and Do Not Say Mystery. So congrats to medalist. I have no idea what this is about. Probably about a sport. This thing, what did I say it was? Tomorrow I Will Be Someone's Girlfriend, Blue Orchestra, Call of the Night,
Yofukashi no Uta.
and Ui Kon. Thank you. Beautiful pronunciation. I'm super excited. I love Call of the Night. It's awesome. And I posted on Twitter because I was annoyed that Kotoyama's other work, Dagashikashi, is nowhere to be seen. I know it's not going to get picked up. This is probably going to be an Inhumans situation for me when it comes to that manga. But I would like for it to get licensed eventually, and somebody would publish it in English.
Never say never.
Yeah.
We get some. I mean, it's not a. I say this with the utmost respect, but the fact that it's not a shoujo kind of already gives it a better chance of getting.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
like it's unfortunate but true. Like I say this with all the shoujo friends all the time. Like if we're looking at something, it's like, well, at least it's a shoujo or a seinen. It has more of a chance to get published.
The anime did get licensed. Funimation had it. Now Crunchyroll has it. However, season 1 is almost like lost media because they took it out of Hulu. It's not on Crunchyroll. Somebody had it video on demand or something that you had to pay for it, and that's gone. I think it was Amazon or like Vudu or something like that. It's nowhere to be seen. The only way you can grab it is the Blu-ray and the first printing. I know there are some people that are really anal about printings on Blu-rays, similar to manga. The first printing of the Blu-ray is out of print. I don't think it's expensive, but it is out of print. So, excuse me, the solution would be the Essentials version, which is sort of like Greatest Hits, and it has a different banner. And I know some people are picky about that. They don't like that banner. But, hey, it's the best way to get it. Season 2, however, is on Crunchyroll, and the Blu-ray is easily accessible at the moment. So,
but the Essentials, if I'm not mistaken, usually they have a reversible art. So, like, because I have a couple of Essentials. I think Michiko and Hachin and Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, and I just reversed the artwork, so you don't see the green Essentials or Savor or whatever.
Also, fun question here before you do that, and then I'll ask James. You did a better job pronouncing the name than Jess did yesterday when he tried to pronounce some manga titles. Oh boy, I need to. I skimmed through that episode as I was making the thumbnail. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Oh boy. I do want to add that the Essentials, some titles have the reversible artwork does not have like the what do you call it? The art is not presentable. Like you don't see the title, like that. But it doesn't matter. Or the spine, I should say. The spine is not presentable as a Blu-ray spine. It just has coloring and all that stuff. But some Essentials do have the same spine on either side, so that's good.
This one did have the spine. It was just the back was really different. This is what I was thinking of. So here's Michiko and Hachin, and I have it reversed. Yeah. But the way that it's, because it has that save, the green.
Oh, the saves. They're so corny that I leave them on purpose because I find them so stupid. I hated that spine when it first came out. I have a couple save editions. I'm like, this looks terrible on the shelf, but it stands out.
This is so plain though. Like the one,
Yeah,
I'd rather, I don't know it, and even you can tell like this. It's technically reversible, but like the back is not a description. It's just like these are the episodes.
yeah. It looks like a bootleg Blu-ray that you would buy. So yeah, Dagashi Kashi is only 11 volumes, so maybe they could do like 2-in-1s or something like that. So it's not a huge commitment to put out something that's already out. But I would love to see that because I love Kotoyama's artwork. Yeah. It's so distinct, in my opinion.
I've seen people mention it before as something that they want, and you know, what in like 3 or 4 weeks from now is going to be Viz's next round of announcements. So we should be getting some stuff. Cool. We should use our bets.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You know what Colleen does, and I think a couple other people do is that they make a like bingo sheet and before the thing, and they go and see like what do you get to cross off on your bingo sheet. So like I know Colleen said that there is one of the I forget which one it was, but that one of the Manga Plus titles that they believe is going to be licensed, and it's a Jump Plus, so it's a shonen, but they believe it's going to be licensed and announced as part of Shoujo Beat, similar to Romantic Killer.
Oh boy!
So that was one of their, and like when we were talking about this, they were like, I got to get my bingo card ready, and I was like, yeah, I got on my bingo. Like I think it's a 5x5 or whatever. I know I'm gonna have Stone Ocean, which like this time it has to. There's no other way. It has to be announced. It has to. Stone Ocean. I'm gonna say, you know, a Junji Ito book is one of them.
That has to be there. Yeah.
Be at least one. But my hopes, and I don't know if it's gonna happen, but my hopes are that we're gonna get either or both a new Takahashi book, like probably a new edition of her anthologies that we haven't had for a while, or also some new what's his name, Kazuo Umez. So those are my wish list. I think we might get one of the newer Jump titles. I don't know which one, but we might get one.
I think you know what's missing in that bingo? A coloring book and one of those dumb books like okay, I say this with peace and love. I don't want anybody to get upset when I say dumb. Like the cookbook or the how to make rice balls stuff or how to make manga. I think you're going to see that because they always make room for that.
I think that you're correct. There's going to be at least one of those. There's probably going to be an art book or two. Maybe JJK art book for the movie or show. I don't think that they've announced that yet, so maybe we get that.
Oh, the author said the manga, he's trying to wrap it up this year. Did you read that?
For JJK?
Yeah.
I had seen him not recently, but previously say something about like it's going to be pretty soon.
If I remember correctly, let's see if I can find it. Akutami hints at JJK ending this, like he's trying to end it within 2023. So we'll see what happens. Real quick, before I drop this medal list, if anybody was interested, Tsukasa, whose dreams were crushed, Inori left to fend for herself. These two share a dream, and their tenacity may be the only thing that sees them through. Their destination is the ice on the world stage. So yeah, it's a sports manga, ice skating. Just wanted to point that out. If anybody was interested. But shout out to all the cool winners. Shout out to them. Friends of the show.
All the cool winners.
The other award show. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to try and segue, like speaking of cool winners, the other potential cool winners for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. The most exciting nominees ever.
I'm making a video on my channel, so I don't want to go too in depth because I don't want people to watch the video because I got a lot of things to say. So I'll do like an abridged version here for our crowd here on the greatest manga podcast of all time. Let's share the screen here. The Anime Awards 2023. The nominees are out, and surprise, surprise, this is a huge disappointment compared to other years. And the fact that it's the 2022 edition, I guess, or celebrating that last year, when I think it was one of the best years for anime, and it was so diverse. It had so many cool shows. You had a little bit of everything for everybody, and mostly it was solid all the way through, and it had some heavy hitters, especially towards the end of the year. Like fall season was insane. You had running at the same time the final season of Mob Psycho. You had Bleach. You had Chainsaw Man. You had Blue Lock. You had something else I'm forgetting right now. A bunch of heavy hitters, and it was like that throughout the year. Crunchyroll, I don't know what they're thinking of, but here are the nominees for Anime of the Year. I'm not going to play their stupid video. These six, this is their list. You got Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which aired on Netflix, Demon Slayer, the Entertainment District arc, Licorice Recoil, Ranking of Kings, and Spy Family. I took beef with that, and I wrote it on Twitter if you guys want to follow me there. Demon Slayer and Ranking of Kings, excellent shows. Both started in 2021. I don't think they should participate, in my honest opinion. And the others, I don't know. Attack on Titan was fine. Licorice Recoil was fine too. Spy Family, yes, deserves to be there. And Cyberpunk, it's all right. So I just thought it was really lackluster. I mean, like I mentioned, Chainsaw Man was huge. You got shows like Dance Dance, Danzor, which I thought was one of the best shows. You have stuff like I'm forgetting the name. Even Call of the Night, which was one of my personal favorites of last year. Made in Abyss Season 2, which was masterful in my opinion. I don't know. And the fact that this is a popularity contest, people can go in and vote. I think just I think it sucks. Basically. Crunchyroll said before they weren't going to consider Fall 22 for the Anime Awards this year. That's stupid. I'm sorry. That's stupid because it aired in 2022, and most of the shows that aired in Fall 2022 ended in time to be nominated. I'm not a fan of that at all. I saw that and I don't agree with their decisions. And the fact that it's a popularity contest and they have, check this out. Wait a minute, where's it? Judges. Oh, it's not opening? Damn it. If you click the judges, it's a bunch of people I've never heard of except like one or two peeps out there. There's 1, 2, 3, 6, 9.
Are the judges like YouTubers or bloggers or something?
Yeah. At least more than 30 judges. If you're going to have judges, why are we voting? You know?
Well, that was the same with when Rogers Base did his manga bracket. Like they had a panel of like however many judges, but at the same time, like he had it was a popular vote type thing.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. Shout out to them. Good for them. I don't know half of these people at all. I've never seen them in my life.
I will never be on one of these things because I don't watch enough anime.
Can you imagine if like I know Jeff from Mother's Basement, he's cool.
Yeah.
But like I don't know these guys. I don't know what's the criteria here. Also, it's like a bunch of dudes and very little female representation, in my opinion. I think it should be a little bit more balanced, in my opinion. Like, cool.
There's also not just on the fact that there's fewer female and feminine presenting judges, but like I don't think there's any shoujo or josei anime.
Oh, that's another thing. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm gonna get to that because I thought that was pretty silly. If you scroll back, also like I just said, why are you having judges if people? It says right here, you can vote until January 25th as many times as you want per day. Then what's the point of having a judge? If you go in here,
Popular choice and judge's choice both. They're gonna have.
I don't know. There's a presenter's choice. I guess that's it, and a special achievement award, but you can't click on it. There's English voice acting, Japanese, blah, blah, blah. They divided, they have best comedy, action, drama, fantasy, romance. Now, take a look at best romance. Because if you're already mislabeling shoujo stuff, at least everybody always thinks, oh, shoujo, it's automatically a romance or whatever. You would think you would put romantic series on here that fit that thing, but instead, these are the nominees. Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, Love After World Domination, Kaguya-sama, Call of the Night, Komi Can't Communicate, and My Dress Up Darling. I don't know what happened. Also, Crunchyroll aired a huge amount of shows, and they own the licenses to a bunch of shit. And it just perplexed me that it's missing from a bunch of these categories. I don't know. I'm going to vote for Call of the Night because it's bigger in any categories, and I gotta represent one of my favorite shows. But whatever. Best romance, and then we go over here for where is it? Drama. Best drama. 80s. Look, Dance Dance Danceur is in drama, but can't be nominated for best anime of the year. Okay. Made in Abyss, which I thought was phenomenal, like one of the best adaptations around. Nope. Why is Cyberpunk Edge Runners drama and also competing for best anime? I don't know. This is kind of silly. And I told you off air that they did 3 categories. They used to have, and I'm glad they took this out because I hated it. They used to have best girl category, best, which I thought was super cringe, if that's the word the kids are using. And now what they're doing is must protect at all costs character, which is even cringier, in my opinion. And then they just did best supporting character and best main character, which is fine, whatever. But this category is stupid. You got all the cute characters. That's it. You got Boji, you got Anya, Kage, and Marin, Komi. Okay, I get it, whatever. But these are all things that could be here on the supporting and the main characters. You don't need the stupid category.
I guess if you go to the main characters, is it all going to be like shonen action characters though?
And here's the other thing I wanted to complain about. The same
still on there.
The same shows that are on Anime of the Year are here. Ranking of Kings, The Chorus Recoil, Cyberpunk, Attack on Titan, Spy Family. So these 5 are everywhere. If I click here on supporting character, Spy Family, Demon Slayer, Ranking of Kings, Cyberpunk, Spy Family, twice. If I click on, let's see, what was it? Director, Demon Slayer, Cyberpunk, Lycoris Recoil. It's the same as the best anime. And I don't think that's how awards should go. There's diversity, and that's the whole point of me voting. Why do I have to vote for the same 5 shows in each category? Best anime song, Spy Family. No, this one's all right. whatever. Sorry, the wrong category. Best score. Pretty similar. Best character design.
Surprise.
Almost everything is the same, except now you got JoJo and Kazumasa Ishida from My Dress Up Darling. Yeah. And best original anime. This is not based on a manga. This is dumb because they included Orbital Children, and if I remember correctly, isn't Orbital Children isn't that a film? Let me check. Oh no, it's not a film. Sorry, my bad. It's a ONA. Best film, you got Dragon Ball, Bubble, Inuo, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, and The Deer King. So at least that's a little bit diverse. But best animation, guess what? Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Cyberpunk, Ranking of Kings, and Spy Family.
So I really just like those are the horses in the race, and everything else is like filler if they feel like it.
Exactly. And it's frustrating because it has potential, and I think it should be celebrated. Anime, it should have its own U.S. award show. That's great. But I don't like that it's a popularity contest of people voting. Yeah. I think it should be left to the judges. You got over 30 judges. What is the point of so many judges if I can select the winner by going to Twitter and saying, hey, vote for Demon Slayer or whatever? And then two, I'm going to end it on that one. Two, what was it? I personally, and I didn't watch everything, I watched over almost 85 anime series in 2022. And over here for Anime of the Year, you only have 6. And there were, I mean, what happened to Bleach? What happened to Chainsaw Man and Mob Psycho and all the other stuff that aired? I don't know. I think they dropped the ball on that one. The Game Awards does the same thing. The judge scores get weighed against the public score. I don't like that either. I'm mad they didn't do the best protagonist, best antagonist thing again. That was pretty hilarious. Last year on best protagonist and best antagonist, Aaron was nominated on both categories.
That's like 1 year with the best and worst manga thing that they do at San Diego, the one that I was on this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Someone chose Attack on Titan for their best of the year, and then someone else chose it for their worst of the year.
That's awesome. Thank you, Ship It Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was aired as a film in Japan and then split up for Netflix. That's weird. I don't know. So yeah, there's that. I'm going to talk about that in my video and more because I got other stuff to say. But this is about manga, not anime. Sorry, guys. The final thing on my docket is: are you still reading Frieren Beyond Journey's End?
Yes, I haven't read the most recent one. I got it like a week ago, but yes.
I got some bad news. Frieren is going on a hiatus.
Yep.
Let me share my thing here. And what's funny, I'm gonna make fun of myself here. Here's the news article. Shout out to Anime News Network, unofficial sponsor for the manga show. This year's 8th issue, blah blah blah, revealed that the manga will go on a hiatus. The magazine did not reveal when it will resume. I said on my recent video, which was a haul video, here is volume 6. I got it after many months, and I think I'm going to put a stop to it because I keep buying a lot. Like, I have limited space, so I buy a lot of books for the series that I'm reading, and I don't get to them in time. So, like, Frieren, I've only read like 2 volumes, and I own up to 6. So I'm not going to get anything. And then the recent haul arrives, I think next week, and that has volume 7 in it. I'm like, oh, well, shit. Now I need to make a statement on my channel about how much of a fool I am. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out for people that did not know that Frieren is going on a hiatus, but We highly recommend it. I know you liked it, Riley. I loved it as well. What I've read, it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
There's an anime this year. I don't know if you knew that. Let me show you the poster for it. For the visual key, as they say. Where is it? Where is it? Got it. Yeah. That's the anime first look at Frieren.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be pretty chill, just like the manga. I'm super excited to watch.
Who's animating it?
Let me double check. I should say. Let me check my Annie list. Frieren is animated. So no Frieren is animated by. Oh, Toho Pictures. I did not know that. Cool. It's listed as Toho.
Okay, all right.
Toho is currently working on the Haikyuu movie. Doesn't have a release date, and they're also doing Kaiju number 8.
All right.
But this year, Toho is also working on. I mean, they act more like producers, honestly, but this year Toho is producing Jujutsu Kaisen the second season, Dr. Stone, Blue Giant, Trigun, Stampede. Yeah. But we don't have an animation studio yet, if I remember correctly. Yeah, not yet.
Well, while we're not on the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh, I have something. There.
What's up? What's up?
I have a poll for elementary boys' dream jobs from Japan.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Can I? Where can I find that? I want to share that.
That is, I put it on my Twitter.
All right, let me navigate.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah. Let me go to your tweet. So what happened with that poll?
All right, so we've got number 1 on the list of elementary boys' dream jobs is to be in the demon slaying corps. Number 2 is to be a stand user. Tied, the second number 2 is to be a duelist. Number 4 dream job is Joey Wheeler.
That is so random compared to the others, but I love it.
Number 5 is to be Pretty Cure, like from the show Precure.
Yeah.
Number 6, tied. There's 666. So tied at number 6 is a hunter, god of the new world, and Aimyon. And then number 9 is whitebait, and tied at 10th, Soul Reaper agent and public official. This is not real, by the way. This is one. It's old. I think this is from like 2019, but someone shared it recently, and then someone else sent it to me, and I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. But it's completely fake. Like, this is not real. But I love the Joey Wheeler being on there.
Wheeler right there. Yeah. Also, shout out to the public officials, dead last.
Nobody wants that. Grow up, Joey Wheeler.
Out of that list, I would like to be. Being a hunter would be cool. I assume they're talking Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
But that's a dangerous world. I don't know if I'd be cut out for that. I would do stand users fun, but that would mean getting into a fight with evil guys and then the JoJos and all that. I don't want that. That's too much stress. Demon Slayer Court, no thank you. I'd probably be a duelist. Why not? Playing TCG with friends and betting our lives. We get banished to the Shadow Realm. I can do that.
I'd be a Joey Wheeler.
Joey Wheeler? Yeah, you have to.
And
what is Aimyon? What is that?
I don't know, but
is it something naughty?
Oh, it's a singer.
Oh, never mind. That was anticlimactic. So shout out to the elementary boy dream jobs. Good for them. I do know that kids, for real though, kids or parents didn't mind kids wanting to emulate Tanjiro from Demon Slayer because he's a positive role model or something like that, and I'm perfectly fine with that because he's a really wholesome boy, and I love that kid. He's awesome.
One of the things that like set me up. Okay, so my friend sent that to me, and immediately I was like, yes, fuck Kaiba. Like, like I didn't like my brain. That's where my brain goes. Like I didn't think
Immediately.
about it at all. I just said like, no one gives a shit about Kaiba. No one wants to be Kaiba. Like before even like realizing, oh, this is fake. But it's very obvious. Like if this was real, they wouldn't say like Joey Wheeler. They'd say Katsuya Janochi on there. And so that's the point where I was like, yeah, this is probably fake. And then I looked at the comments on the original post, and the person said on there like, yes, this is fake, and it's also a few years old. So I was like, yeah, but whatever. I want to be Joey Wheeler. I'm gonna be like, and like make the weird Joey face. We need to release a figure of is Joey doing the like. I can't even emulate. I don't think.
I'm trying to look to see if I can find the original before we go.
It's like a really Jim Carrey-esque Grinch smile face.
Oh, you mean this? I think I have this image. It's pretty famous for Joey fans. Shoot. Oh, shoot. From Know Your Meme. What the hell? They have a page on Joey. Image. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is anticlimactic. Sorry. Is that the face you're talking about?
Exactly.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Lovely. Joey Wheeler's creepy chin. That's what it's labeled as.
That's because he's the GOAT.
Yep. Let's see.
Speaking of Joey the GOAT, there was a video on I saw on TikTok, and I think I liked it, so I could save it. But there was someone who was like did a little skit, and he was playing himself. He himself was playing both as Joey and as Yugi, and like Yugi's going through all of Joey's cards. Like Joey's talking about like, oh, I have this monster, I have this monster, and like Yugi's just like, Joey, your deck is extremely overpowered. Like you have the greatest deck. And I was like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got Jinzo, and Yugi's like, yo, you got that Jinzo shit.
Mm-hmm. I remember playing with a friend of mine, and he had the Joey deck, and it was pretty OP.
It's goated. Kaiba's deck sucks. It's all like dragons and cards to summon dragons, and like all you get is like, I think I might have said this on this show before. Like Kaiba is basically like, it's ironic that I hate on Kaiba because I am Kaiba. Like on Pokemon, it's all just like brute force. He's just like high attack power. Go for it, because like his main thing, blue eyes. There's no, not that red eyes or dark magician have effects, but like it's just 3,000 attack, which happens to be like stronger than the other main characters, main monsters, and that's it. And then like he's like, all right, 3,000 attack. I'll fuse them even stronger, and then I'm gonna give it an axe of despair, and it's gonna be even stronger. And that's like his entire. It's like doing that, like just making a stronger dragon. Even Obelisk, like his god card is just like, it's strong. That's Obelisk, right? If I'm remembering correctly, it's just like Obelisk is strong. And then you get other cards like Lord of Dragon and stuff like that are just there, like the Dragon Flute or whatever it is, just there to help him summon more dragons. And so I'm like, bro, you got like no good cards, my guy. You gotta go back to the drawing board with your deck building robots and like make a better robot for yourself. Meanwhile, Joe, like, I use all this shit that like goes off of chance, but whatever I get, it's gonna be good.
Midlife Reader, will we be getting more than Volume 7 here? For Frieren, I think volume 8 has a solicit, right? Or am I mistaken?
I mean, I would imagine that we're gonna keep getting it.
Newest, yeah, volume 8 comes out in June of that.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah, they're
Most
gonna
likely
keep.
Production IG. They're on. Yeah, I think so. Production IG. Kaiju number 8. I think it's. Wasn't it Bones that's doing Kaiju number 8? The teaser looked badass. I can't wait for that. Before we wrap up, I found the list. I didn't find the image, but I found the list, and it's pretty interesting.
The list of
For the first graders' dream jobs in Japan.
the real one.
Yes. The boys, we're going to do boys. Number 1 spot was athlete. Number 2 was police officer. Number 3, driver, bus, train, etc. Would have been cool if it was like drag racing or whatever, but driver. Number 4, firefighter or rescue worker. Cool. Number 5, however, TV star or anime character.
General.
So,
anime.
Joey can fit at number 5 of the real thing.
Okay.
Number 6, researcher. Number 7, baker. Number 8, doctor. Number 9, carpenter or artisan. And number 10, YouTuber. So maybe one day a kid will be on YouTube and could watch one of our videos and be like, I want to be like that guy.
And I know that every single one of those kids who wants to be an anime character, I know that they wanted to be Joey.
Yes, no doubt. Absolutely. 100%. Let's see. Yeah. So that's the list.
If you wanted to celebrate one of the top choices for the best anime of several categories for 2022, My Dress Up Darling, the life-sized Marin Kitagawa bed sheets are available on Bright Stuff right now for $100.
Wait, I need to check that out for research purposes. Hold on. Hold up.
A ton of My Dress Up Darling. Like if you go to pre-orders and then sort it by in stock, and you will see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 chibi acrylic standees, 1, 2, 3 non-chibi standees, 3 wall scrolls, and then the bed sheets.
Where am I going? Pre-orders?
Yeah, go to pre-orders and then look at all only in-stock items.
Oh, shoot. How do I... Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I can give you...
Wait. Where is it?
There. Essentially, I put a link in the little chat thingy.
Oh, thank you. Hold on. Oh, I shouldn't have shown this image. Sorry. My bad. I keep forgetting we're on YouTube, and YouTube gets upset with boobs.
All right. So scroll down.
Kamen Rider, no. DC, what? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
CD Hunter. Oh, these are the Blu-rays.
All right, starting here.
Hey, Marin.
One chibi Marin, and then 3 more right here. And then there's the other acrylic standee, one right there.
No joke, I want an acrylic standee. I'm not saying I want this one, but I like the idea of an acrylic standee. So I'm going to check that out. Oh, boy. Oh,
there's
Jesus.
The tapestries. And then, boom.
Yo, okay. I'm going to open it. Let's risk it.
And it comes with a note. It says, non-returnable.
Of course.
Wow. They're like, we don't want to know what you've been doing with this shit.
All sales are final. It may be returned for exchange if defective. If a replacement is not available, a gift card will be issued. Okay, there you go. You can live out your fantasies with a high schooler and be a creep. That's cool. Hopefully, I saw once a Junji Ito bet sheet, and it looked really cool. But I never saw it again. I think it was a Hot Topic that was selling it, and I missed out on it.
It,
Let me see if I can find it real quick. Topic Junji Ito et sheet. It was black and all goth like. Yeah, let's go. Nope, that's not. Oh, found it. There it is. Is this it?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm seeing. All I see is still Marin, so I don't know what you're looking
Oh,
at.
I know. I did that on purpose. You got to have some fan service for the people watching, you know?
No more French fry girl. We just have.
Yeah. Now we just have money. So this was from Hot Topic, and it still says out of stock. This is perfect for me. It's subtle, somewhat minimalistic, and you just have panels from the manga in the thing.
But it's in Japanese. I can't read that.
Oh,
How am I supposed to enjoy my
you're doing your manga reading by reading the bed sheet instead of the actual book. That's awesome. You can see Tomie right there, and a bunch of other characters. Mostly Tomie, actually. Is it supposed to be Tomie? Junji Ito panel print comforter. Oh, I'm stupid. Hold on. There it is. Yeah, it's mostly from Tomie. That's cool. She's fun.
Is it only in twin size? It looks like that's a twin size.
I have no idea. Could have been more, but you could try checking. Do you have any Hot Topics near you?
Yeah.
Because this looks pretty sweet. I would have loved to have owned this. Yep.
Well, I mean, you can go on like Amazon or eBay, and I've found like blankets and sheets and like duvet covers for basically anything.
I will do that. I want to know who took the pictures, right? How ironic! There's an anime girl in the bed, but that will ward off girls in real life. You could, hey, some would dig it. I have a friend who has stuff like that, and his girlfriend doesn't mind and actually likes it as well. So there's a bit for everybody out there. Anyone going to play the new Fire Emblem game? I've only played one Fire Emblem game in my entire life, and that's the first one that came out for the 3DS. I dug it, but it's not something that I'm eager to check out. However, this new one looks pretty cool, so who knows? I'm open to trying Fire Emblem again. Not right away, not like now. Maybe down the line I'll get it. Right now, I'm wrapping up Pokemon because I took a break from that. I just beat the main game. Now I'm in the post-game area. And I'm shiny hunting when I can. And so far, I've found 0 shiny. Yet, everybody and their grandmother has found at least 1 shiny. And they posted pictures on Twitter. I'm super jealous. I'm currently hunting for either a shiny Halucha, because I think it looks awesome, and a shiny Magikarp. Mostly Magikarp. I want the red Gyarados in my team. Speaking of games, Persona 3 and 4 released today. Yeah. If I don't get them now, I'll get them soon. We'll see. But I was planning on getting them today, but I just was super busy and I forgot to. Still want a proper Persona 3 remake. I heard that there was a rumor, but I don't believe it, that they're going to remake it. Who knows?
Persona 3 make.
Yeah. Just like they did in the style of Persona 5 and stuff like that. Also, speaking of Persona, if you like Persona games, you should check out the manga. And for that, you need to check out In Stock Trades. They have a lot of manga. your home for all things collected editions, whether it be your omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, and so much more, with deals ranging from 46 to, I don't know, 50, 60% off. You got to check it out. Fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. That's InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibroslive. Let me remind you guys that at the end of the month, on the 30th, we're going to do a gift card giveaway valued at $50, open to anybody in the chat. You just got to tune in and participate in the chat for a shot at winning the gift card. Shout out to IST for helping us out with that. That's always great. Fantastic website. You guys buy your manga from there and tell them you love them and you heard it from us, and they'll love you back. That's InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live. Shout out to IST. Smooth, thank you. I appreciate that.
I knew it too.
Thank you.
I felt it in my plums that you were gonna do that. I was like, he's about to mention the manga, and then I was like, he mentioned the manga because, and then you were like, IST. And I was like,
that's one of my favorite things, segueing into random stuff.
We did the layup earlier, like the layup assist with the
yes
first one.
Beautiful. So that's gonna be it for tonight. Give me like 2 more minutes before we wrap up. Any other questions that you guys have in the chat, shoot them now. Riley, where can people find you on the internet when you're not here with us, geeking out about books and other stuff?
Yeah, well, as soon as I get this stuff finished, I'm going to be back on my channel at The Omnibus Collector. Also you can find me the same thing on TikTok and Instagram, and on Twitter, as Omni Collector, where I share my thoughts about random stuff, like the guy who told me to get my ass on the January buyer's guide. I'm like, bruh.
What a douchebag. Holy crap.
And I was going to say, for anyone who didn't see me talk about it on Twitter, I was going to say in the video when I do put it out, because I will be putting it out soon, the delay was because of work, and also I'm trying to finish this stuff up. Very busy.
Happening.
Yeah. Anyway, well, and Gio, where can they find you on the internet?
A Week in Geekdom. Now here's something cool. I found the rebranding thing for the channel. So you are going to get a brand new name for the channel soonish, and I'm super excited about that. But A Week in Geekdom is the name for now, where I talk about anime and manga. And subscribe there and watch my stuff if you can. Help a brother out. Appreciate it. Can I ask, Ed Man, where were you? I missed you, bud. I've been confusing you with damn it. I've been confusing you with somebody else, and now I can't remember. Do you remember, Riley?
With Next Imaginaut.
Next Imaginaut, thank you. I for some reason, the end. I'm weird like that. I'm sorry, brother. Can I ask Riley a non-manga question? Go ahead. That's going to be the last question of the night.
Make it quick.
Make it quick. Make it snappy. You might like Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I know folks who aren't. Yeah, I want to get that. And there are a bunch of Switch games that I need. They're like super like essentials, like Luigi's Mansion 3. I don't have it yet, and I want to own it. Like I know it's a staple of the Switch, and I want to own it. Same with 3 Houses. Eventually,
it's really good.
Yeah, I love the first game, and I really want to play the third one because everybody loves it, and I haven't yet. I have a massive Switch haul, by the way.
I thought you were going to say massive backlog for Switch, and I'm like, I have a massive backlog for my Switch.
Oh, true. Yeah. I started. Yeah, go ahead.
I sent a picture to some friends because they were talking about the new Fire Emblem coming out, and I was like, "Oh, talking about video games. Let me show you my video games." And I took a picture of my video game shelf, and then I was like, "Now let me show you a picture of all the ones I haven't played yet." And I put the same picture.
The same picture. Yeah. Endman. Are you surprised ASM by Spencer Volume 1 Omni standard cover seemingly sold out on IST? I was a bit surprised. I assume because, sorry to interrupt, I assume it's because people aren't as hot on the Spencer run, right?
Well, but also okay. The DM cover is ugly as shit. Like that, it's just a stupid cover. Like I hate, like, if I have to get it, I would get that. But I really hate like the letterboxed covers where it's just the wide image like that, and it's the top and bottom or other stuff. Like I'd rather it be a wraparound if they're going to use a widescreen type image. The neither cover is great, if I'm being honest. Like they could have chosen something better, but like I'm not that surprised that it sold out. I think it's because they probably ordered a smaller amount of the standard, because usually people go for DMs naturally because they treat the DM like it's a limited edition, when really it's not any more limited than the normal cover. It's just that it's only available at one type of store. So I'm not that surprised to see that happened. But no, it's not a celebrated run at all. Actually, a friend of mine texted me and was like, had never read it at all, and asked me like if he's like, I bought it. Did I do like? He bought it and then asked me how it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, honestly, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty mid. Like it's not great. It has some peaks here and there, but it's really not good. But I think like Spider-Man as a character in the Omni Collector circle is like kind of almost on the level of X-Men, where like Spider-Man collectors will get anything with Spider-Man on it. It doesn't even matter. Like I do that. So if I'm being honest, I even have the Spider-Man by John Byrne omnibus because I know that it's like missing material, but I was like,
gotta have it.
But so I'm not that surprised. Spider-Man's a seller, and when we got that new the second volume got announced also just recently. I think Omar put that out this week for the second volume to come out. So no, it doesn't really. I think it's just the perfect combination of certain circumstances that caused that one to go out of stock.
You know, what they should have done is not put that out there and print the Inhumans omnibus. But I'm not Marvel or David Gabriel or whatever. So what do I know? The book seemed to be getting some positive attention from comments I've seen over the past few weeks. I think it's mostly new people going in, right? Not knowing much about it.
Yeah, the people who have read that run, like when it got announced, there was a lot of people like, really? Like this is getting announced before other stuff? Like Nick Spencer's Spider-Man, like there's I think one of the arcs earlier is called like Hunted or something like that, and it's like Craven coming back. That was good. And then there was like one other arc that I read that was enjoyable, but for the most part it's very just like it just exists. And you know, that's like Lou has said before in talking about stuff, that like you don't want to just exist. You want to either like make people love you or hate you, but if all you do is just exist in the middle, that's the worst thing you can do, because it's not going to be memorable down the line. And I think that like the ultimate whole arc that he did with the character of Kindred like was somewhat interesting, at least, and the way that it like impacted the canon of Spider-Man and kind of fixed something. It like back to basics, if like going back to basics is just painting the facade of a basic storyline onto your standard, it's just another Spider-Man run. That's all. It's just more Spider-Man. I don't know. It's really not. If you like read it, it just doesn't hit any sort of exciting notes whatsoever. It's just Peter doing things that he's done before. And I don't know, this is not really the most, which sucks because Nick Spencer was like such a good choice for Spider-Man. Like, he had done the Superior Foes, which is fantastic. He's done a lot of comedic material before that's really good. And so he seemed like exactly the type of creator that they should have put on Spider-Man. So when they announced that Spencer was going to be taking over, cool, it was great. But and this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I don't really care for what is it? Ryan Otley was the artist. Is one of the two artists from Invincible, but the one who makes all the people's teeth look really weird. I'm not a huge fan of that. And so he was the one that came in there, and so all of the Spider-Man characters just look very cartoony and like with weird faces and weird teeth. And I was like, come on, man, like you could have. It's boring. It's not exciting. It's very boring material. It's not an intriguing storyline. Like, you think back to whether you like it or love it, like Dan Slott did so much with that character for the 200 plus issues that he did. Like, even before Superior, like he had Peter working for Horizon, like moving forward in his career in a positive way that like makes sense for him, where he's working at Horizon Labs, he's developing technology instead of, you know, taking another job that can, like, he can work around. Like, you know, where in the past with JMS he was a teacher or like just doing more photography and stuff, but he's doing a job that makes sense for him. He's, you know, making technology and stuff, and then he adapts that to use for Spider-Man, but like is like, oh well, actually you can use this for this to keep it a secret. And then like that goes on through the big time material, and then he does Superior Spider-Man, which is fantastic. He's written some of the best Dr. Octopus stories, hands down, in my opinion, obviously. And then he goes to Spider-Verse, which is extremely influential. Like the Spider-Verse idea has resonated outside of comics into getting a Spider-Verse movie. And we have not just that, but like in the comics themselves, like Spider-Verse has resonated way beyond just the original storyline. And then after that, I know that he kind of like meh for the rest of the stuff whenever Peter came back, but he's still doing these big ideas, like having, you know, Peter kind of max out in his career, almost like become huge Tony Stark-esque like CEO of Parker Industries before falling flat on his face, because that's the way it goes, Parker luck as it has it, and then he goes back, you know, back to basics. But it's just putting the toys back in the box like most people do after they're done with their run. So Slott did all these interesting things, and what does Spencer do? I don't know. He brings back Kraven. He gave us Cringer. I'm not going to spoil that, but like it's really not exciting.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of wiki that like the same crap that we've had before. And now I haven't read it since his run. Like I didn't read the Beyond stuff. I haven't been reading the Zeb Wells, I think is the current one. Because I think that John Romita Jr.'s work on that looks way too clunky. So I'm just not really drawn to it. I don't know. It's just I don't really care what other people are saying about Spencer's run, like what you're reading, but it's not good. It's not great.
Yeah. Well, there you go. If you're a completist, whatever, however you say it, get it. Otherwise, you can wait for Inhumans Omnibus like I do. Yay.
It'd be better than the Spencer Spider-Man Omnibus, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, guaranteed. Absolutely. 100%. Well, that's going to be it for us. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great weekend. And we'll be back on Monday for hauls, reads, previews, all that fun stuff. And then on Wednesday, a comic book-ish topic. I don't know what we're doing. And then on Thursday, another manga episode. So you got to tune in for that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to the chat. You guys are lovely as always. Thank you to my good friend Willie, a.k.a. Omnibus Collector, a.k.a. Riley, a.k.a. What else can I do? Joey Wheeler, all that fun stuff. Thank you for joining. Thank you to In Stock Trades for sponsoring, as always. Shout out to the GOATs. And that's it. We're out of here. Stay safe. God bless. All that. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. All that spiel. Bye, guys.